to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're our first guest on episode number 50.
Isn't that amazing?
It's got to be a Dear Diary book for you, or a day for you.
It is. It is. And if I may just say something about the chamber real quick.
Absolutely.
On the way in or in front of you, there's a little card that says Over the Hill. I figured since we're celebrating the 50th, it'd be a good idea just to take a pen, write a nice note to the chamber about your experience, and in the back there's a white bowl. You can drop it in there, and I'll make sure that Sally and her staff get all of your kind words.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, real quickly, I'm going to ask you some questions, but just give us a general overview. What's going on at Transamerica?
Well, lots of good stuff is going on at Transamerica. You know, we started our business about 7 years ago here in the Valley, and I've been in East Mesa for nearly 30 years. I moved here from Colorado, and it's been a great journey. It's a great platform, great company to work for, well-recognized brand name, and they give us tons of support.
Well, everybody should be, or if hopefully is looking down the road toward retirement. What are some of the hurdles that face retirees today?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, you know, we're in a lot different economic times than we've ever been in. If you look backwards from, 1980 to 1999, the stock market pretty much just continued to elevate and elevate. And the last 16 years have told a little bit different story. And of course, we had the crisis in 2008, which was right at the height of the baby boomers, turning 65. So we're just in a lot more volatile market and situation than we've ever found ourselves in before.
What's special about your business platform? And it seems like your company has a lot of growth over the last few years. What do you attribute that to?
We have had tremendous growth, and I think there's probably 5 key things that have helped us do that. One, the platform is modern. So, and what I mean by that is something that you'll understand a little bit better, which is you look at a platform like Uber and what they've done for the transportation business. You know, there's a big company behind the scenes that offloads all the responsibility that it takes to have a business, and then they let the drivers just go drive. And so our firm does the same thing. We have a compliance department behind the scenes that is paid as a full-time staff through the firm to take care of some of those issues and the selling agreements and partnerships that we have. And it really allows us to just move a little bit faster. So that's a major factor. The second thing is, I would tell you, technology is a big deal. You know, in today's world, technology is important in everything we do, and we've really embraced the idea of that through some of our marketing and how we open accounts and that kind of thing. So that's a big advantage for us to move a little bit quicker with people, on our end anyway, and make it more efficient. The third thing is that it's scalable. So we're not limited by borders, in other words. We don't have territories. You know, we can do business in Puerto Rico, US, and Canada if we're licensed appropriately there. And so it gives us the ability to help lots of people across the board. And so those are just a few things that help us get moving forward.
What would you recommend as like general thoughts when it comes to saving and investing?
Yeah, that's a question I get often, right? What to do. And I'll tell you that the basic principles have kind of always been the same in terms of saving and investing. One, you should start very early in life. That's a wildly important thing. 2, you have to stick with the plan. You know, if you think of saving and investing like purchasing a home, your first few payments for the first several years of that home purchasing experience doesn't look too favorable from an equity position, right? But along about year 17, 18, 19, 20, you start to see the equity continue to build in that house, and if you stick with the plan for 30 years, you've got a pretty good-sized asset there. And if you get a little market growth along the way, it looks stellar after that period. So what I see happening with a lot of people is we're in a need-it-now society. You know, you think about the internet, Mark, if you're sitting in a cafe somewhere and it's slow, it takes 3 seconds to get something, we're upset. And so people have that attitude a little bit about their investing as well. And it's just, it takes a little bit of time for things to happen, so.
Well, Jason would like to help you out with your investment needs. And if he recommends something, it might be a good idea to pay attention to him because you're a 3rd-degree black belt.
That is true. That is true. I've never had to use it yet.
And I understand you've met Chuck Norris?
I have, yes, I have met. We call him Mr. Norris because I had my black belt actually through his system, and he's an 8th degree black belt, so you just call him Mr. out of respect. And I'll tell you what, he is the nicest, most humble human being that you could ever come across. It's amazing. The stardom and the fame and fortune has not gone to his head, which is wonderful.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, we appreciate you being our episode sponsor today and also sharing some knowledge with us. Great idea on the Over the Hill card. Jot down a little favorite memory you've had from any of the previous 50 year, it seems like that, 50 episodes.
It's Sally's 49th year, so she'll have most of those memories.
Sally's only 29 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that. So drop those off in the white bowl back there. Jason, thanks for, you going to stick around and answer any questions people might have?
You bet.
So thanks a lot. Mr. Jason Wiseman, thank you, sir.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate it very much.